State Democratic lawmakers have now fled the state entirely.
Nationally, I think you're going to have a lot of people who are interested in this, who are worried about what redistricting is doing to politics.
Midstream change the game when they know that they're going to lose in 2026. All bets are off.
Texas Democrats are now fleeing the state to fight back against MAGA's attempts to racially gerrymander their way to a 2026 majority, effectively destroying democracy like we on the left all predicted. So strap in, it's sure to get spicy. Leave us a like on the video if you can. It helps us out a ton. It gets us out in the algorithm. And we're going to jump into the ins and outs of what's happening, why, and how to stop this.
State Democratic lawmakers have now fled the state entirely. They bolted to Illinois, Boston, New York. On Sunday, it was a last-ditch effort to delay voting on a new congressional map ordered by President Trump in Texas. And it would give Republicans another 5 seats in next year's midterm elections.
We did not make the decision to come here today. We did not make that decision lightly. But we come here today with absolute moral clarity that this is absolutely the right thing to do to protect the people of the state of Texas.
The move denies the Texas legislature a quorum, blocking Republican efforts to pass the new gerrymandered map during a special session. Now, Governor Greg Abbott is lashing out, accusing Democratic lawmakers of abandoning their offices. He's threatening removal. State Attorney General Ken Paxton goes even further, suggesting the lawmakers should be arrested, adding, quote, "We should use every tool at our disposal."
Okay, so we spoke on this a few times in a couple different videos. Republicans are essentially guaranteed to lose the majority in 2026 in the House especially. So Trump has created a plan to effectively suppress minority voting power in Texas by combining majority black populated districts with larger white populated conservative districts, making them effectively red, giving Republicans 5 extra seats. Multiple Democrats now to fight this have fled the state. There's been a lot of bicker back and forth the last couple weeks. Pritzker, the governor in Illinois, is actively devising plans to harbor them if Texas does come after them. So it's getting pretty crazy here. I personally agree with their actions though. Extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary actions. And when democracy is on the line, you should do what you can to preserve it. And if Trump and Republicans really wanted to solve this, it's easy. Use your majorities and pass a federal gerrymandering ban, pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, and pass the Freedom to Voting Act. All Democrats will sign on this. You're not going to get a single one that opposes it, and we can have fairness in all 50 states.
This is what fundraising is for, and it's not just going to attract the interests of people in Texas. Nationally, I think you're going to have a lot of people who are interested in this, who are worried about what redistricting is doing to politics, who are going to come in and help to fund these through PACs. So I don't think that's the real issue. The seat vacancy thing, we've never seen that before. I don't know actually how that would work. The vote is supposed to happen today, so we'll get a little bit more information. But I'm watching, you were mentioning New York, also Illinois Governor Pritzker coming in and hosting a bunch of these Democrats. You're starting to see.
Let me let you hear what he had to say. He was speaking just Sunday night, welcoming lawmakers to his state.
All bets are off when the cult leader and would-be dictator of the United States tells Texas to midstream change the game when they know that they're going to lose in 2026. All bets are off.
I totally agree. And for me, it's let's have this conversation. Gerrymandering is a huge issue. It's an issue on both sides, but it's way greater on the right. Most blue states now use nonpartisan commissions, which is the only fair way to do it. And you can see by the map, the most gerrymandered states are all Republicans. And it's because when Republicans get a majority in the state, they focus on 2 things: gerrymandering and packing the courts. It's again, simple fix. Pass a federal ban, have a nonpartisan commission draw the lines in a way that ensure they're fair, have them reanalyzed with the census prior to every election, and let's stop playing these partisan games. MAGA won't, because they don't like democracy.
It's a national issue. This is not just a Texas thing. You're going to see a lot of Democratic governors, Democratic lawmakers, and activists come out in support of these Democrats, because it's not just what it means for the state, it's what it means for the entire House, to your point.
Well, hold on one second, because Stephen was writing that basically you're gerrymandering is not just a thing Republicans do, but what do you see as different here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the key thing. Why is this different? Because gerrymandering, drawing seats up for political advantages, has been going on for generations. What seems to have happened here is that the president called on his friends in Texas to open up this issue halfway through the normal 10-year cycle, specifically openly to try and get more seats to try and keep this very narrow House majority. So that's come to another level. Now, the question is, how do Democrats respond? Leaving the state, that's a temporary solution. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, has talked about, well, if you can do it in Texas, we can do it in California. Some of the laws are a little bit more difficult in some of these Democratic states, so it may not be possible.
So this would be my plan. You guys judge my political strategy in the comments. As these lawmakers are out of the state holding off the vote, I would rally multiple blue state governors, California as an example, since Newsom's already stated he would, and have them all come together, draw maps that favor Democrats and tilt the states in their favor, giving them multiple more seats. That way you have the leverage to say, we can and will play this game. Then get like a well-known Democratic senator, Bernie Sanders, Chris Murphy, anyone, literally anyone, have them reach across the aisle to one of the more common sense Republicans. Josh Hawley comes off top of mind. Have them co-sponsor a federal gerrymandering bill. That way it's bipartisan. Put it on the Senate floor with the clear announcement, we either ban this federally or we see who can play this game better. And that way America, the voters, get to see who's in support of democracy, who wants to be able to draw the maps in their favor, who wants to suppress minority voting power. And it's all out in front of their eyes prior to this midterm.